Good morning, everyone. Welcome back to class. So you had a homework assignment last night. You should all have it out on your desk, ready to go. And the answers are up on the board. So let's take a quick look and compare your answers to mine. But you'll notice I didn't show you any of the work. So if you did not get the answers that I've got, then maybe we need to take a look at some of this. Anybody have any issues with the first one?
Nope.
No, right? 9 yards. We know there's a number that says 1 yard equals how many feet? 3. So 9 yards times 3 is the 27 feet.
Wait, what? Oh.
This is really hard to see, but where's the decimal? It's after the 5.
This is how many feet are in 9 yards?
And so we're talking about the tenths is the first decimal after. Then the hundredths, and then the thousandths. So B is the correct answer for the third one. Which of the numbers is furthest to the right on the number line? So remember, the number line has positive and negative numbers, and the whole numbers on the number line are called, starts with an I, integers. The integers are the whole numbers, but we know that a number line has an infinite number of numbers. And between every number, there's an infinite number of numbers. Because no matter how small you make the decimal, there's always a smaller decimal. So that's supposed to say so, right? Now? No, not supposed to say now either. So 162 point, and it wants to know furthest to the right. So these are all small, 16, 16. We know it has to be a 162. Then we go to the next decimal, and it moves it over. Evaluate. What's another word for evaluate?
Answer.
What's it?
Answer.
Answer or
Solve.
So evaluate means to answer or solve. And we know the order of operations says you do parentheses first. We have 2 sets. Does it matter which one we do?
No.
So one of them would be, the first one would be 120, and the second one would be 12.
Okay. 4 times 30, Chris, is 120 times 12.
It's plus
What
12.
did I make? I showed my work, but if I had done this problem, what would have happened?
You would have done it wrong.
Yeah, I would have made a mistake. The operation between the two of them is a plus. So the answer is 132. All right, so you show your work, and if I made a math mistake, at least I could get partial credit. Again, another problem talking about biggest to smallest. So we know the biggest number is a 10. 10.5 is the biggest. The smallest number is 1.4. What number comes after the 4 in this case? 0. Yeah, there's after the end, there's always a 0. But we don't need to put that on. But if you're trying to compare them, sometimes that's easier. Then 1.40 comes before 1.45. Would you rather have 40 cents or 45 cents? 45, so 45 is bigger. Always think about dollars and cents when you're dealing with decimals. Some of you said number 6 was really hard. So Vinny, was that one a tough one for you, or was it an easy one?
Oh, that was easy.
Amy has how much fabric? 8 yards.
Eight
That
yards.
is the total candy bar that she has. And it says how many pillows can she make if she uses 1/3, going to use 1/3 of a yard. How many yards does she have?
8.
8. So you're going to take 8, and it takes 3 or 1/3 for 1 yard. So there's 1 yard, 2 yards, 3 yards, ... And there's 3 in each little box. So 3 times 8 is 24. If we do it mathematically, 8 divided into thirds, when you have a decimal or a flip it. So 8 divided by 1/3, we write as 8 times 3/1, and the answer is 24. Yes, Mr. Cohen. We're good.
Okay.
Yeah. The next number is 0.25 times 20. And some of you may have continued to do it the long way.
No.
0 times 5, 0. You really need to multiply all those numbers out?
No.
So we put the 0 down for the first placeholder. 5 times 2 is
5 times 2 is 10.
10. Carry the 1. 2 times 2 is
4.
plus 1. 5. We have one 0.
The
No,
decimal,
we don't have it between the 5 and the 0.
there is no decimal.
Yeah, there it is.
The decimal's in front of the 2.
Oh, again, there's the decimal. Decimal's in front. Now I have how many decimals?
1. 2.
2. So we move the decimal 2.
5.
So the answer is 5. I did it another way when I did my work. I said that 20 is the same as 10 times 2. And that 10 times a decimal, you move the decimal one place, and then I had 2 of them, so 2 times 2.5 is 5. The last one, you make a table. You see a pattern?
Yeah.
What's the last number?
6, 4.
6 and 4. So if we were to continue this graph, all right, what would 8 be?
8 would be going
If it was at point number
6.
8, which
8
is
and 6.
8 and 6.
And
So-
7 would be 5.
And 7 would be 5. All right, great job. That's the review. Did you get them all? You happy? You can kill it.
I was here.
In this lesson, the students are trying to figure out which problems are answered correctly and which ones are incorrectly. They've already learned about the order of operations and parentheses, and now they're trying to work in groups to come up with answers to solve the puzzle.
Okay, I'm gonna check that. Someone finally wrote a book.
Are we doing this?
We are, Joshua. You may work with a partner or you may work individually.
No, I work. Yeah, Joshy, get over here. That is right.
True.
Wait, you finally go there. 7.
So this one is going to be
Y is wrong.
roots 4 times
4 minus. How's right? It's how.
2. That one is correct. Someone and finally are correct.
Something wrong. Okay.
If there's only 2 right in each row, do you have to work them all? Logically? No. No, once you find 2 of them that are right and 2 of them that are wrong,
2 and fix is right. I know.
then you can stop. That assumes that you think you did the math correctly.
So fix broken. I'm pretty sure it's broken. So to fix. No.
No,
Not
we write it
broken,
down.
What do the instructions say, Josh?
Broken.
Each row contains 2 correct and 2 incorrect statements. Circle the word above each correct statement. When you finish reading the circled words, and you will get the message.
When you finish the circled words, you will get the message. Do you have to write the words?
You could.
You could, but it doesn't say you have to. Just the circled words will read it to you.
No, others don't.
Chris, you want to go circle the answers, please?
I want to circle answers.
No, go take some up, Vinny.
Go back, little boy. Go back.
Circle the top ones for me,
You're
at
messing
least.
me up.
Can you circle the top ones for me? Someone finally wrote a book about explain how Chris needed how to fix clocks. We circle everything, Chris. You can circle that, buddy.
No, I meant it.
Yeah, you understand. It's dead. Oh my god, I'm circling everything. Yeah, Chris, you can. Okay, Chris.
Someone, read it, Jaden.
Someone finally wrote a book about explains how to fix clocks, and it is about time.
Oh, wait, not about.
Oh, okay. So we had a mistake there.
I know.
So, someone finally wrote a book that explains how to fix clocks, and it is about time. What's the pun?
Funny puns, because about time,
About
a clock has
clock,
time. Oh my god.
Graduate school, and all right. We have been working on review of reducing fractions with exponents as well as. We've been working with reducing of exponents with fractions as well as finding and approximating square roots and the Pythagorean theorem. So Grace is working the first problem, and the rule is, Grace, what do you do when you divide with the exponents? You subtract exponents. So why did you use a -1 for A? I don't see a 1 anywhere in that problem.
No.
For the bottom one.
For any of them. I don't see a 1. Oh, when there is no 1,
There's no x. Oh, I didn't notice. When there's no exponent, you add 1.
all right, when there is no exponent, you automatically stick a 1. So A to the 3 minus 1, B to the 1 minus 2. And she correctly solved it, A squared B minus 1. That is not the answer in final form. Whenever you have a negative exponent, what do?
Flip it and make it a fraction.
You flip it and make. Her correct answer is A squared over B. All right, who wants to work number 2? Grace? Oh, Harley? Harley? 0.27 repeating. The rule is, number 1, what do you do first? Write the number. So, what? So 0.27 becomes 27. Then what do you do? -2. Where did you get the 2 from?
Because that's the one that's not under the line.
That's the number that's not in front of the bar. All right, and then what do you get?
That equals 25.
25.
And then you do 10 to the second, 10 to the first.
And why did we use 10 to the second and 10 to the first?
Because you have to move the decimal 2 decimals.
2 places. You got to get to the end of the repeating. Good. And that comes out to be
90.
90.
And then reduced, that would be 5.
Dying after a minute.
Storage.
So 5 over 18 reduces. Who wants to try number 3? Approximate the square root of 60 using perfect squares. You're going to try it, Victoria? All right, go give it a try.
Mr. T, can I do number 4?
Yes. So Victoria's going to do, and when I was walking around the room, I noticed a lot of you making a common mistake here. You have to know your perfect squares.
I know.
So Victoria identified the low perfect square was 49. It's the perfect square before 60. And the high perfect square she identified as 64, which is, I might be, let's see. So, 60 to 49, she found the difference. You're almost right, Victoria. That you did figure out 49 to 60 is 11. But what do you find for the denominator of the fraction?
It's the difference too.
The difference between the denominator for the fraction is not 4. 64 minus
49.
How to fix.
That explains how to fix clocks and wrote a book that explains how to fix clocks and it is about time. Just circle everything. Literally, I just made myself. There's a book that it's not a ballot. It's a book that explains like that. I don't know. It's,
Oh, I get it.
Josie. Emma. Someone finally wrote a book.
Someone finally wrote
That-
a book about that.
That explains how to fix clocks, and it is about time. That's kind of funny.
It's kind of funny, yeah. It's
I
kind
get
of,
it.
you
It's
get it
about
this time?
time.
It's about time. All right. Quick question.
Yes.
When you were doing this problem, how many of the answers in each line are true?
2.
2. That means 2 of them are
Not
true.
true.
So when you're doing math, what you can do is look for the easy ones. That one is correct. I have 3 other problems. Which one do you want to pick next?
Maybe the how? No.
It depends whether you like your 7's tables or your 9's tables.
9.
9. All right, 9 times 8?
72.
72. 72 minus 3
Is 7.
is not
Because if you
74.
know your
Ah.
time, because if you know your times tables, you know that it's not going to be bigger numbers than what it is.
That's right. 72 is already smaller than 74, and subtracting 3 is even going to make it less.
Yeah.
So we don't have to do any more math to that. We don't have to solve it. So that means we're left.
4 times 8.
It depends whether you like subtraction or you like addition.
I like addition.
I like addition too, Emma. 7 times 8?
56.
56 plus 6
By 61.
is 56 plus 6? I have to solve this
No,
puzzle.
but you already know the 2 answers, so you don't have to solve it.
Correct. 2 are wrong. It means that 2 are right. It means I'm happy with this one. That means this one has to be the other right answer. In a minute. 6 times 7?
42.
42, and 42 minus 9 is 33. So, but we did not have to solve the last puzzle. Work smart,
Not
not
hard.
hard. Look for the easy ones. This one's 0 times 3? 0. 0 plus 7? 7. That one can't be right. What's another easy one?
4 times 6.
4 times 6, 24. But then we're subtracting from it.
So you
Right? That can't be right. So that means the only other 2 that have to be right are these 2. We don't have to work it if we're just trying to solve the puzzle. But 5 times 7?
35.
35. 35 minus 6?
29.
29. It works. Work smart, not hard. We good?
What are you going to do?
Thank you, Taylor.
I can hear.
So maybe I have enough video now to go with my class. All right. Okay. So
We did it!
you'll need your books. Oh wait, we had another homework.